I get hello. I started this gangsta shit, and it's the
Hey, if you're new here but enjoying the content, please take a minute to hit that subscribe button and join us. Thank you. All right, yeah, it's Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and you are listening to me, Ethan Van Sciver, 26-year veteran of this wacky-wackadoo comic book industry, world's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble. So very, very, very humble, man. Great big Star Wars fan, trusted member of the media. Hey, those of you who are wondering, yeah, I'm a comic book artist. I've got a comic book called Cyberfrog Blood Honey. It's the biggest crowdfunded comic book of all time. A lot of people wanted to back it. It ended in September. No, you haven't been able to purchase a copy since then, but I've reopened the campaign for those of you who missed out and want a chance to back it before it goes to print at the end of April. If you would like to purchase a copy of Cyberfrog Blood Honey by backing my Indiegogo campaign thereof, I'm putting the link in the description below. You'll have a great time. You'll love it. It's a fun book. It's a scary book. It's an awesome book. Thanks for your support. Now, on to this right here. Tug, that umbrella guy, great YouTuber, pal of mine, he sent me this article, and he said, hey man, are you aware of this? He said, hey there, are you aware of this article? And I said, no, I'm not. My head's down. I'm sitting here working on Cyberfrog. I don't know what's going on in the world, but I do know, I know the first part. I know about the New Zealand massacre. Pretty disgusting, pretty despicable. We talked about it a little bit on a live stream the day that it happened, and he said, hey, they're blaming Jordan Peterson for this. Now, apparently, the guy who committed this atrocity, before he did so, he left behind some sort of weirdo manifesto that, kind of credited a lot of conservative YouTubers, a lot of people on the right of YouTube, and said, oh, yeah, this is for PewDiePie. PewDiePie? What are you, nuts? And I guess also people like Laura Loomer and Tucker Carlson. I'm not sure exactly how big the list was and who was on it, but Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson is one. New Zealand retailer, as a result of this, as a response to this, apparently pulled the Jordan Peterson book, to kind of, hey, maybe Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, a book in which Dr. Peterson steps in. He's a clinical psychologist, offers young boys, many of whom are fatherless, some good fatherly advice for how to live their lives. Now, why is this? First of all, why is this relevant to me? I'm the illustrator of the book. You might not know that. Your Uncle Ethan, Caesar Human Sunbeam, actually did do the illustrations inside the book, and if you buy that book, which has sold probably 2 million copies at this point and counting, it was a tremendous success. Number one bestseller on Amazon. God only knows how long it was number one on New York Times. Just an enormously successful book, and I was proud to be a part of it. You can check it out if you have a copy. You'll flip through it now and go, oh my God, that's Comic Artist Pro Secrets doing the illustrations for Jordan Peterson. Of course. So I do have a concern about this. I read the book and feel like I was, an important part of it, and I was there on the ground floor. And to remove this book, to blame Dr. Peterson for the actions of this lunatic, this is a deeply cynical, deeply evil, I believe, decision for this New Zealand retailer. I'm going to read this article. It's from the National Review, which is, if you are on the right, National Review was a magazine started by the great William F. Buckley Jr., who is absolutely amazing. I mean, what a fantastic guy. We lost him 10 years ago, and since then, his magazine has become a website with the most erudite and clever conservative commentary. It's usually very straightforward. Sometimes it's funny, but for the most part, it isn't evil and partisan. It's partisan, but it's not evil partisan. Okay, does that make sense? Let's look at this. Here's the mosque. Here's the mosque where the craziness happened, where the evil, despicable act happened. How do you pronounce this, New Zealanders? Whitcoulls? New Zealand's largest bookstore franchise pulled the work of Jordan Peterson from its shelves Wednesday in response to the mosque shootings that claimed 50 lives in Christchurch last week. Peterson's book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos. There it is right there in the title. It's an antidote to chaos. which contains a chapter addressing the particular strain of nihilism that gave rise to Columbine and Sandy Hook school shootings, was removed after management learned of extremely disturbing material being circulated prior, during, and after the Christchurch church attacks, according to an independent journalist, Tim Poole's correspondence with a Whitcool's spokesman. As a business which takes our responsibilities to our communities very seriously, we believe it would be wrong to support the author at this time, the email continues. This is absolutely incredibly evil to blame Jordan Peterson for this. His book is about taking personal responsibility. His book is about how to treat the world, how to respond to the world. His book is about how to raise children so that you can be proud of them, so that they make good decisions. This book is a ray of sunlight. This book is a sunbeam. It is everything that a young man or even a young lady should read in order to approach the world with a positive attitude that's going to lead to success. Obviously, it has zero to do with the whatever nihilistic, sicko, weirdo, evil fantasies the gunmen engaged in or believed in. It would be the antidote to those things. It would be the counter to that mental illness, and it is a shame. Part of being as influential as Dr. Jordan Peterson is that he is going to take responsibility for a lot of things that are obviously not his fault and run counter to his message, but also because he is part of his whole philosophy is to engage and counter the SJW narrative. They don't care what he says. They don't care if he's promoting a positive message in every other respect, as long as he is saying that SJWs are a poisonous message. They preach a poisonous message. They are going to try to take him down, and this is just a cynical opportunity to do so. Here's Tim Poole. So they banned Jordan Peterson's book, but Mein Kampf still on the shelves. There's still the bookstore is still selling Mein Kampf, but they're not selling 12 Rules for Life. They're not doing that. They didn't ban that. They banned Jordan Peterson. Why? Well, look, the truth is, even though these SJWs talk about Nazis all day long, they're fully aware that Hitler is dead and the Nazi movement is dead as well. The real problem right now is the right. It's just the regular Republican right wing in America and abroad, anything that runs counter to the ideas of intersectionalism and all of the strange racist ideology that the left promotes. That's the current threat. So stopping 12 Rules for Life is, I guess, on the agenda, and that means a lot of people are not going to get to see my beautiful illustrations. That's another sad thing. The disturbing content described in the email likely refers to a photo of Peterson embracing a man wearing a Proud Islamophobe t-shirt that circulated in light of the massacre, as the New Zealand outlet News Hub noted. Now, this is a bad thing here. You got a guy here, poor Jordan Peterson, he's just like, yeah, I'll take the picture. It looks like this is a photo op, and this guy's got a shirt that says, "I'm a proud Islamophobe," because he sees Islam as pedophilia and all of these things, and that's his view. And Dr. Peterson's takes a picture with him. This is Dr. Jordan Peterson and a fan during his speaking tour in New Zealand, February 19th, 2019, less than 1 month ago. These are the games that these people play, guilt by association, and this guy isn't even, Dr. Peterson isn't even associating with this gentleman. It's a photo op. He stands there, and a long line of people take pictures with him, and that is just what he does. I don't think he's judging anyone at this point, So that is another little weirdo SJW trick. They do it to me all the time. They go, "He's appeared on this guy's show before, and this guy believes this, so therefore..." It's terrible. While Peterson's work has been banned, Whitcool's continues to carry Islam Unmasked, a text that purports to reveal the lies behind Islamic doctrines and the futility of Islamic practices. David Seymour, who leads New Zealand's conservative ACT Party, told News Hub that banning the book will have the opposite of its intended effect, and that's called the Streisand effect. Of course, more people are going to seek it out now. You don't fight neo-Nazism by suppressing reading and books. Anyone who knows any history knows that's the opposite of how you fight these kind of ideas, said Seymour. A self-help book is an incredibly strange thing to suppress. I think Whitcool's have made the wrong decision, but I respected their company, and it's their right. And it is their right, but we need to understand what is going on here. Jordan Peterson is a target of the left. They want to take him out and end his message and end his influence by any means necessary. They want to do that to anyone who has an effective and clearly understood and relatable message that counters the SJW narrative, and thus Dr. Jordan Peterson is definitely in their crosshairs. Of course, I support him. I hope this book gets put back on the shelves, even though ultimately, look, the message is still going to roll on. I think this kind of a stunt, the article is exactly right, will have the opposite effect as they're hoping it will. You can't silence ideas by trying to stifle them. You can't burn books. You just can't do that in order to stop an idea from getting out there. Feel free to buy a copy of the book and burn it if you'd like to keep warm. But the idea of stopping an entire message from getting out there by burning books is just the opposite way to approach these things. If Dr. Jordan Peterson's ideas are truly bad ideas and harmful ideas, you have to trust the people of your country, the people who read it, to identify that and to know it. You have to trust people with their agency and their own brains, their own intellects, their own souls. You have to trust people to make good decisions and to recognize evil when they see it, and most people are able to do that. Sadly, this crop of SJWs, they seem unable. But that's okay, because we're here. We're here to counter all of their nonsense. That's what Comic Artist Pro Secrets is here to do in the comic book and pop culture business industries, and other people are going to do it elsewhere. I will say, go buy this book if you can get it. Check out my drawings in it. Let me know what you think about them. Also, please do back Cyberfrog Blood Honey. It is making the same people who promote pulling Dr. Jordan Peterson's book off the shelves, it's making them insane. That we have just crossed $100,000 on our third, we just put the campaign up again, and it's only been up for about 10 days, and we've already crossed $100,000. That is crazy success. Everybody wants this book. I will not let you guys down. It is going to be an incredible book. It already is. It's shaping up to be the best book of my career, and I think it's going to be the best comic book of 2019. I think everybody's going to be talking about it. Get your copy. The link is below in the description. Fight back against these guys. Fight back against these weirdos. Don't let them take away things that you want to read. Don't let them make your choices for you. They can't do that. We can't allow that. All right, thanks everyone. Please subscribe. Check and make sure that you're still subscribed. Like this video. Promote this video by sharing it. And I'll see you again later today with another one. Thanks. Hello, potential Indiegogo backers. Hello, friends. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. I'm a comic book creator who worked for 20 years for Marvel and DC Comics on books like Green Lantern, Flash, Superman, Batman, and X-Men. But before that, I had a comic book called Cyberfrog. Now, Cyberfrog lasted from 1993 to 1998, and then it stopped when I went to go work for DC Comics. Now I want to tell the story of where Cyberfrog has been for the last 20 years. I want to write, pencil, ink a book called Cyberfrog Blood Honey that tells the story of gigantic alien hornets that come to Earth and conquer it, sending Cyberfrog into deep hibernation, where he emerges now in the year 2018 into a completely alternate reality, a new world where these hornets have taken over, devastated humanity, using human skin to make gigantic wasp hives, and harvesting human blood to make honey to feed their young. Very few humans still exist, but it's up to Cyberfrog to save what's left of humanity and turn back the damage that's been done by these wasps with his brother Salamandroid and his friend Heather Swain. I want you to help me do this. We're going to get colors by Kyle Ritter. He's a fantastic colorist, and he's going to make this book sing. I'd like this to be a 48-page one-shot prestige format, part 1 of 4. So I'm asking you to help me launch the very first Cyberfrog Blood Honey epic graphic novel. Are you in? Will you help me? I hope so. Let's get this frog jumping again. hey, I got a P.O. box. Want to send me some mail? Send it to Ethan Van Sciver, P.O. Box 607, Marlton, New Jersey, 08053. And I'll probably open it up on a live stream. Thanks very much, everyone. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the Laughing Man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.